You know, it's hard to imagine that a guy could average a triple-double and not be the MVP.
Well, then pick
But
the guy averaging the triple-double.
I think it's clearly James Harden. His numbers are only slightly below Westbrook's, 28 points, 12 assists, 8 rebounds a game. And this is the key factor. They are on pace, the Rockets, to win 62 games. I don't think anybody on earth, other than maybe Harden and Mike D'Antoni, would have predicted that he would be putting up these numbers and they would be winning at this rate. All the other teams on pace to win 60 or more, Cleveland, Golden State, they got multiple All-Stars.
Right.
And the other two, Cleveland, San Antonio, they got more than 2. So in the 70-year history of the NBA, I did a little fact checking, there has never been a team to win 60 or more games with only one player. Like, a superstar has never led his team to 60 or more wins without a teammate who at some point in his career has been an all-star. Not Michael Jordan, not nobody. Okay, do you think anybody on this Rockets team will ever be an all-star?
I don't see it.
Eric Gordon, Ryan, no.
Trevor Ariza, Montrezl Harrell.
They're never going to be all-star.
Beverly.
Like, Jordan did it when Pippen wasn't an all-star, but he still was Scottie Pippen and became an all-star.
Right.
Karl Malone did it with John Stockton a year that Stockton didn't make the all-star, but he was still John Stockton. And by that time, it was 1998, he was an all-time great.
Did Steve Nash have all-star teammates?
In Houston,
Stoudemire.
Phoenix, Amari Stoudemire, Sean Marion. I'm glad you brought up Nash. Check this out. Harden's averaging 11.8 assists. We know that's leading the league. Nash, who was a great point guard, we know, in the same system in Phoenix with Amari Stoudemire, Sean Marion, Joe Johnson, a bunch of all-stars around him, he never averaged as many assists as Harden is averaging right now. Steve Nash. You watch Harden, he really is distributing, orchestrating the offense. Westbrook does that maybe half the time. The other half, he's trying to get his, and then he'll kick it to a guy when he can't. Harden is setting people up. Then defensively, I know everybody wants to rip him for his defense. Opponents are only shooting 44% against Harden when he guards them. When Westbrook guards them, they're shooting 51%. So it's clear.
Are you calling James Harden a great defender?
No, I'm just saying.
Did you watch the game last night at Timberwolves?
I'm not saying he's a great defender.
He was awful last night, and they got blown out because he couldn't guard anybody.
Oh, hold on. They lost their first game in 11 contests, and you going to rip him?
Well, I'm going to rip him for not playing defense. He was roaming all over the place.
Look, they're 16th in the league in defensive efficiency, and so he can't be that bad that he's not taking the defense down. And like I said, they're shooting 44%. That's good. That's below the league average. So I'm not saying he's a good defender. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying this, narrative that he just doesn't guard anybody and is absolutely the worst defender in the league is overstated.
We're voting for the MVP today. And
It might change. It might change.
Because you know it's going to change. The guy on your left. The guy on your left.
They just lost 2 straight, right?
That's okay. Don't worry about it.
They're not even on pace to win as many games as the Rockets right now.
Which team does number 23 play for? So they'll be there near. It's James Harden. And it's not close. Because when you look at James Harden is really actually trying to improve his teammates. He's not trying to jump over Steven Adams and Collison and trying to snatch rebounds. One guy goes out, and if the triple-double happens, it happens. The other guy goes out with the intent to get it. And the Houston Rockets are 6.5 games clear of the OKC Thunder. Now, they are the Thunder moved up to the 6th seed last night because the Grizzlies lost, because they beat the Grizzlies.
They're tied for the 5th best record in the West, so that's
I said when it's all said and done, and Chris thought they could possibly be 4 or 5, I say I'm thinking more like 6 or 7, maybe even 8, but I'm going to stay with my pick of 6 or 7. That's what they'll be in the West. And I just Russell, let's go head-to-head. The Rockets and the Thunder played 3 times. Houston's beat them 2 out of 3.
Who has the better team?
You make it, hold on.
Well, I mean, I think you look at those supporting cast, they're comparable.
Very comparable.
Steven Adams is the best big man of those 2 teams, right?
Yeah.
Hold on, nobody was singing
no.
Eric Gordon and Ryan Anderson's praises
Those
before
are two of the
this
best
year.
shooters in the league. Two of the best, the top 10.
You know,
What
Top
have they
10
done in their
three-point shooters.
career?
I don't know, but this is
Not
a new
much.
day.
You know.
New coach.
Not
New system.
Hold on.
Right?
that man is making it happen. The one with the beard.
Ryan Anderson has been on, let's see, he was at Orlando, he was at the Pelicans. Gordon wasn't Gordon with the Clippers?
He was with the Clippers. He was with the Pelicans. His problem
His
mainly
health.
has been his health.
Staying-
And he just got hurt.
Tell me
so
when you're
hopefully-
finished.
And Trevor Reeves.
I'm gonna say
I'm
Westbrook.
tuning you out.
You gonna say Westbrook?
Yeah, of course he's gonna say Westbrook because that was his guy.
This isn't even close.
He's gonna win the
It isn't
MVP.
even close.
Even close.
He said he's gonna stick to his conviction. He's a man of his conviction. He picked him, and he said he's gonna average a
going
triple-double.
down.
And you know what, Skip? When Skip Bayless get on that ledge, I ain't trying to talk his butt up off it. Go ahead, Skip.
Oh,
Westbrook could
wait.
get hurt.
Help
and
me
you
out
would-
here.
For the rest of the season, you still
Who is
say
averaging
MVP.
a triple-double right now? Aren't we getting close?
But that's it. That's it.
Well,
Just because
no,
he's
I'm-
averaging
I just getting
triple-double,
started. You just said
42%.
I went way out on the limb and I said it, and he's doing it.
Yeah.
So once again, I'm right. Once again, I'm right.
Can I ask you a question?
How's the
He's only-
team doing? They
Wait
only
a
on
second.
pace to win 48
31,
games.
11, and 11 he's averaging? Wow, that's pretty great. So now let me start. My
It's
turn?
really 10. You rounded up.
Well, you have to round up
10.4
5.
assists or something.
5. 10.5, you round up to 11.
Something's 10.4. The rebound.
Well,
No,
James
he
Harden
went up
either
last
way,
night.
They're
He had
great
big
numbers.
assists. He had
They're
14
great numbers.
last night.
Okay, I want to hear this.
Well, I did it correctly. I rounded up.
All
If you
right,
get to 10.5, you get to go to 11.
Okay, well, Harden is
31,
at 29
11.
points a game then.
Okay.
He's 28.6.
That's not right. That's not right. He's got 29. I gave you 29.
That's what I said, Harden. That's what I said,
Okay,
29
yeah,
points.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What's the most hallowed stat, the most respected stat in basketball? It's the John Hollinger stat, PER, player efficiency rating. Russell Westbrook is 2 points clear, which is a record distance from first to second over the PER king, Anthony Davis. Russell Westbrook is at 30.4, and Anthony Davis is all the way down at 28.3, which is a couple of ticks ahead of James Harden, who is 28.1. So Russell Westbrook is crushing James Harden in the most hallowed stat in basketball. The overall, it's the equivalent of the QBR evaluation of the quarterback position, player efficiency rating. Guess where the Kang is? He's all the way down this year at 10th. So Russell Westbrook, number 1 in PER. And wait, LeBron King? The King is down at 10th. What's wrong with him? This is the worst of his. That can't be. That cannot be.
Yeah.
So now let's get back to what's happening with a team that's not even close to what Houston has. When Russell Westbrook has triple-doubled 18 times, they are 15-3. When he doesn't have a triple-double, they are 9-13. That's case closed because the star in Houston is now the system that somehow made Steve Nash the MVP back-to-back. Everybody said,
Shaq should've won.
well, he should have. I give you the second year.
I thought Nash deserved them both, personally.
But it has a lot to do with the system you're running because even though Nash was doing it a different way than James Harden, Nash was hard to keep out of the paint because he was so quick. He had a gear that you almost couldn't sort of anticipate where he could get in the paint. James Harden can obviously get in the paint, and he's kicking it to three-point shooters who are jacking up his assists because they have made 126 more three-point shots than any other team because those two
shoot
guys.
so many more.
Well, I'm just saying, but Eric Gordon and Ryan Anderson, they can shoot the lights out. And Trevor Reeves ain't bad either. So they're surrounding him with snipers. He gets in the lane. He kicks it out to the open sniper just the way LeBron often does in Cleveland. And it's jacking up his assists. And I'm not taking anything away, but the system is the star there. When you say he doesn't have star teammates, he has a star coach.
Was he a star coach in New York and LA?
They couldn't play his system, I guess. I don't know. He didn't have the pieces.
Every point guard can't play this system.
I got it.
And let's face this. This is the first time ever that James Harden has played point guard. Not in high school, not in college. Now he's moved to
How
the
about Russell Westbrook?
He's
He never
moved
played
to
point
the
guard.
toughest position in the league,
And by
and
the
he's
way-
playing it better than anybody.
And Russell Westbrook came out not as a point guard, as a two-guard who was known at UCLA for his defense. He's
not known
as a
for his
college-
defense
Well,
now.
I'm just telling you, neither is James Harden.
No, but it's a
let's
little
be-
bit better.
But let's be real. And Chris, you and I were talking off the air. What point guard, elite point guard, let's take the top 5 or 6 point guards, what point guard can stop the other from getting 30? Russell can't stop Kyrie. Kyrie can't stop Steph. Steph can't stop Dame.
That's right.
What are we going? Where do we go here? Neither one can stop Isaiah Thomas.
I saw Tony Parker shut down
Man,
Kyle
you
Lowry. Can I finish? Shut down Kyle Lowry so our audience can hear what I'm
For
saying.
one game.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I saw it. And I've seen Tony Parker do numbers on people before.
Did you tell him about the time that Kyrie hit Tony Parker up for 50?
Well, I can tell you.
Yeah, that's right.
I can tell you a bunch of times
Live it up.
that Russell Westbrook torched Tony Parker. So I'm just saying, Russell Westbrook is a bad man.
We're not taking anything away from what he's having an
He is
astronomical
carrying
season.
his team.
But Harden's not.
Oladipo and Cantor and
Harden's not.
Steven Adams? Are you kidding me?
Those guys are on the same level as Eric Gordon and Ryan Anderson. Montrezl Harrell, he lost Clint Capella, who was his starting center.
Patrick
and they haven't
Beverley
lost
played
Cantor.
defense.
He's
And
a great.
Cantor's offensive
Beverly's
threat.
a great
Yeah.
defender.